Today, we embark on a profound journey, a journey that centers on the themes of faith, surrendering to God, and the underlying spirit required to conquer life's formidable challenges. In this sanctuary of serenity, let us unite our hearts and minds, and together explore the path that leads us to greater understanding, deeper faith, and the unwavering strength to overcome any obstacle. Let's begin our voyage towards a brighter, more purposeful existence. In our first step along this journey, we dive into the profound act of letting go, the art of releasing the heavy burdens of worry and fear that often bind our spirits. To guide us on this path, let us draw inspiration from timeless quotes and scriptures that illuminate the way. Cast all your anxieties on Him, because He cares for you. These words from Peter chapter 5 verse 7 remind us that God's loving care is always available, and by entrusting our concerns to Him, we find solace. Picture, if you will, these colorful balloons ascending into the heavens, carrying with them our worries and fears. It's a visual representation of the liberation we experience when we place our trust in God's infinite wisdom and power. As we move forward in our journey, remember this: letting go is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our faith, a declaration that we believe in God's ability to handle what we cannot. It's the first step toward the freedom and peace that await those who choose to trust in Him. As we continue, we arrive at a crucial turning point. It's a concept deeply rooted in faith and trust. It is surrendering to God. Allow me to share with you some profound quotes and scriptures that shed light on this transformative process. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6 tell us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." Surrender to God is entrusting our lives into His hands, acknowledging His divine wisdom and guidance, and allowing Him to direct our paths. What does surrendering to God mean? It means letting go of the illusion of control, acknowledging that God's plan surpasses our own, and embracing His higher purpose for our lives. It's not a loss of autonomy, but a profound act of faith in His power and wisdom. When we surrender to God, we invite His transformative presence into our lives. It can lead to a life filled with greater clarity, purpose, and inner peace. It's the realization that we are not alone in the journey of life. We have a divine ally. However, what happens if we don't surrender? We may find ourselves weighed down by the burdens of self-reliance, anxiety, and uncertainty. Without surrender, we may miss out on the incredible blessings and guidance that God offers. Surrendering to God is not a sign of weakness. It's an empowering choice, a declaration that we trust in His wisdom and strength to guide us toward a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. It's the path to discovering our true potential and the abundant life God has designed for us. In our lives, there are obstacles that come along all the time. As we journey further, we face the challenge of trusting God in situations beyond our control. It's during these moments of uncertainty that we can draw wisdom from the stories of the Bible, stories of individuals who placed their unwavering trust in God and witnessed miraculous transformations. Consider the story of Joseph, who, despite facing betrayal and imprisonment, trusted God's plan for his life. In the end, he rose to a position of great influence and saved his people from famine. Think of the story of David and Goliath, where a young shepherd faced a giant with unwavering faith and emerged victorious. Or consider the tale of Daniel in the lion's den, where trust in God's protection defied all odds. These stories are a testament of the power of trusting in God. When we trust God in uncontrollable situations, it can bring a profound positive change to our lives. It provides us with inner strength, resilience, and a sense of peace. Our burdens become lighter, and our perspective shifts from fear to hope. However, what happens if we don't trust God in these moments? We again may succumb to anxiety, despair, and a sense of helplessness. Our own efforts may provide insufficient, and we may miss out on the incredible support and guidance God offers. Consider the words of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Trusting God's plan in uncontrollable circumstances is an act of profound faith. It's recognizing that His ways are higher than ours, and His plan is beyond our comprehension. Trusting God can lead to outcomes we only dreamed of. Just as David trumpeted over Goliath, and Daniel found safety among the lions, our trust in God can open doors to possibilities we never imagined. It's the belief that when we surrender to His plan, miracles can unfold. Having God's love and faithfulness at the center of our hearts and minds is critical. The theme of trust and surrender brings us to the warm embrace of God's love and faithfulness, beautifully shown in quotes and verses from the Bible. These divine qualities hold the potential to profoundly transform our lives, creating an unbreakable bond between us and our Creator. Consider the words of Psalm chapter 136, verse 26. "Give thanks to God of heaven, for His steadfast love endures forever." God's love is unchanging, unwavering, and boundless. It has the capacity to heal our wounds, fill our hearts with joy, and provide us with a profound sense of belonging. When we open our hearts to God's love, our lives are enriched. We become vessels of compassion and kindness, radiating His love to others. In moments of despair, His love offers solace, and in moments of trumpet, it magnifies our gratitude. But it's not just His love, it's also His faithfulness. The Bible assures us in Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 and 23. "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." God's faithfulness means that His promises are not empty words, but enduring truths. When we anchor our lives in His faithfulness, we find stability amid life's storms. We gain the courage to face challenges with unwavering trust, knowing that God keeps His promise and never fails us. Know this: God's love and faithfulness has the power to transform us from within. They shape our character, instill hope in our hearts, and inspire us to live lives filled with purpose and authenticity. His love and faithfulness are the foundation upon which we build our lives, a foundation that can never be shaken. Through sacred quotes and scriptures, we uncover the transformative power of prayer. Our next topic. One of the most compelling verses regarding prayer is Matthew chapter 21, verse 22, which tells us, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." This verse emphasizes the incredible potential that lies within the act of prayer. It's our direct line to God, a means to release our worries, fears, and hopes into His loving care. When we engage in prayer, we engage in a sacred dialogue with the divine. It's not merely a recitation of words, but a heart-to-heart connection with our Creator. In those moments, we surrender our burdens, our anxieties, and our desires to Him, recognizing that His wisdom surpasses our own. Prayer changes our lives for the better by offering us peace amid life's storms. It provides clarity when our path seems uncertain, strengthens our faith in moments of doubt, and aligns our hearts with God's will. It's a source of comfort, a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. We receive His peace, and His help comes to us in countless ways, often beyond our understanding. Prayer is the gateway to surrender. Through it, we let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives, placing our trust in God's perfect plan. It's a powerful reminder that we are cherished, heard, and guided by a loving Creator who desires our well-being. Consider that victory often comes through surrendering our worries, fears, and desires to God. The Bible reminds us that His ways are not our ways, and His plans are beyond our comprehension. Isaiah chapter 55 verses 8 and 9 tells us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." This verse underscores the profound truth that surrendering to His divine plan opens the door to a life filled with unexpected blessings. When we relinquish control to God, we step onto a path where miracles can unfold. It might seem paradoxical, but surrendering our desires often leads to the fulfillment in ways we couldn't have imagined. By trusting in His plan, we embrace the ultimate victory. The victory of a life lived in alignment with its purpose. Consider the story of Moses, who surrendered his doubts and fears to God's guidance and led his people to freedom. His surrender was the key to a miraculous journey. Similarly, when we surrender, we make space for God's divine intervention in our lives. It's a declaration of trust, an acknowledgement that He knows what's best for us. Surrender your worries, your fears, and your desires to God. Trust in His divine plan, and watch as victories unfold in ways beyond your imagination. The concept of faith in acting is a dynamic force that propels us toward positive change and transformation. Faith isn't passive, it's an active force that can reshape our lives. James chapter 2 verse 17 reminds us, "So also by faith itself, if it does not have works, is dead." This verse underscores the transformative potential of faith when it's put into action. Faith empowers us to take bold steps, to pursue our dreams with determination, and to navigate life's challenges with resilience. It's not merely a belief, but a catalyst for real change. When we put our faith into action, we break free from self-imposed limitations. We become instruments of God's love and grace, impacting our world in meaningful ways. Our lives take on a new purpose and direction, and we experience the transformation of our hearts and minds. Consider the story of Esther, who displayed unwavering faith by taking courageous action to save her people. Her faith moved her to action, and her actions changed the course of history. Similarly, when we let our faith guide our actions, we become agents of positive change, both in our lives and in the lives of those around us. I encourage you to embrace faith in action as a powerful force for transformation. Let your faith move you to take meaningful steps toward your goals and dreams, knowing that God's hand guides you every step. As we journey forward, often we encounter a common human struggle: doubt. Doubt can be a formidable adversary, casting shadows on our faith and causing us to question. But rest assured, faith has the power to overcome doubt. Doubt often emerges when we face life's uncertainties, when we grapple with the questions that seem unanswerable. Yet faith is the unwavering trust in the midst of doubt, the belief in things not seen. It's the bridge that helps us navigate the turbulent waters of uncertainty. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 reminds us, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." In times of doubt, we find strength in this conviction, the assurance that God's promises are real and His presence is unchanging. When we overcome doubt through trusting God, we experience a profound transformation. Our faith is refined, becoming stronger and more resilient. Doubt, when conquered, becomes a stepping stone to a deeper faith. Consider the story of Thomas, who doubted the resurrection of Jesus until he saw and touched His wounds. Jesus gently met Thomas in his doubt and said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Our faith, even in the face of doubt, is indeed blessed. Overcoming doubt through faith is a journey of growing and spiritual maturity. It strengthens our relationship with God and leads us to a deeper understanding of His love and grace. And as we overcome doubt, we uncover the profound impact of gratitude in strengthening our faith, a force that deepens our connection with God and enhances our faith journey. Gratitude reminds us of the blessings we often take for granted. It's an attitude of the heart that acknowledges God's goodness in our lives. When we cultivate a spirit of gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, from challenges to opportunities. Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 tells us, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." Gratitude is not only a response to our circumstances, but a choice to recognize God's presence in every moment of our lives. When we practice gratitude, we nurture our faith. It opens our hearts to God's abundant love and grace, reminding us that every good and every perfect gift comes from Him. Gratitude is the bridge between our hearts and the divine, a channel through which we receive His blessings. Gratitude is good for us in many ways. It promotes a positive outlook, reduces stress, and fosters a sense of contentment and peace. It is a path to a joyful heart and a grateful spirit. Embrace the power of gratitude in your faith journey. Let it be a constant companion on your path, illuminating your way and drawing you closer to God. As we near the end of our journey, we recognize the vital role of community and support in nurturing and strengthening our faith. God designed us to thrive in connection and unity with one another. The scriptures remind us in Hebrews chapter 10 verses 24 and 25, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habits of doing, but encouraging one another." These words emphasize the power of coming together, supporting one another, and building each other up in faith. In our communities, we find encouragement, accountability, and shared experiences that bolster our journey of trust and surrender. We are reminded that we are not alone in our struggles and trumpets, but our faith is strengthened by the collective power of believers. As we engage in acts of service, compassion, and love within our communities, we mirror God's love and grace in tangible ways. We become living testaments of His presence in the world. As our journey comes to a close, let the melodies of the uplifting music and the serenity of peaceful visuals surround you. Take a moment to reflect on the message of faith, surrender, and trust in God that has filled this prayer. In the stillness of your heart, may you find the strength and embrace faith as an unwavering force to surrender to God's divine plan and to trust in His infinite wisdom and love. I invite you to take a moment of personal reflection, to pray and commune with God in the quiet of your soul. Surrender your worries, fears, and desires to Him, knowing that He hears you and your prayers and walks with you on this journey. I invite you to take action. Subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video to stay connected with a community that shares your faith and values. May you walk in the light of God's love each day, knowing that you are never alone. See you in the next one.